The biggest leak of this year has just happened. This brand new Super Mario 35th Anniversary Remaster.
Block content.
What's happening, my blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today, and I couldn't be more happy at this moment. I mean, a lot of things in the world are going on, but at least there are some bright spots, and this one comes to us from everywhere around the internet right now. It's blowing up with the news, and yes, it was even trending on Twitter, all this crazy stuff about a Super Mario 35th Anniversary remaster set. Like, the idea of revisiting these great games that we've all grown up with from different generations, and games that are basically not ever portable, are possibly coming to Nintendo Switch. There is a lot of evidence for this rumor, so it might not just be speculation. This might actually be happening, so I want to dive into all of this because, as you guys know, my favorite franchise of all time, my favorite thing in the world is Super Mario, especially the mainline games, right? The 3D platformers. So, you know, I'm as happy as anyone else about this news, but I'm freaking out. Like, the one thing that I like more than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at this moment in time is like Super Mario Odyssey and that kind of a world, and especially like the 3D, like platforming collectathon thing as a whole. And to get a little bit more of that and possibly have it run on like the Odyssey engine or have a brand new art style that coincides with the movie. Yes, we're going to talk about everything today. It's going to be insane, and there's a lot of people reporting this, and we have the scoop on it too. We're going to talk about all of the things that have just dropped online, and you're going to listen to it with me. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Brothers, other games in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making videos on YouTube? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here's a brand new giveaway. You can win one of these 4 Mario surprise capsules. Any Mario item, Yoshi, character could be inside. I leave them closed so you can find out what's inside when you win. I'm giving away 4 of these, so remember to like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content right now, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway. Alright guys, let's head into the main topic of today, and all of this crazy news all starts with Nibel here on Twitter @Nibelian saying, rumor, Nintendo is planning a Super Mario re-releases remasters to celebrate Super Mario 35th Anniversary, and then going on to say a new Paper Mario is coming in 2020. And yes, Jason Schreier said earlier, cannot wait to replay Super Mario Galaxy on my Switch. Guess we got one of the games. So, right, Super Mario Galaxy might actually be included because Jason Schreier is, of course, an industry veteran and sometimes really knows a couple of inside stuff. Some of the things are not all that correct, but yeah, this is really interesting, right? So, Eurogamer confirms the VGC report and says that Super Mario Galaxy is coming to Switch alongside other 3D Mario favorites. New Paper Mario is reconfirmed, and Super Mario 3D World receives a deluxe version with new levels. So, let's go to that VGC reports, right? VideoGamesChronicle.com actually reporting on this from Andy Robinson saying, Nintendo has big plans for Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary. Celebrations will see Mario's 35th year back catalog remastered for Switch, saying Nintendo is planning to celebrate Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary this year with several major releases, new and old. Multiple sources have told VGC that the platform holder is planning to hold an event to coincide with this year's anniversary, which marks the 35 years since the start of the mainline Super Mario series in 1985. As part of its anniversary celebrations, Nintendo will reveal plans to re-release most of Super Mario's 35-year back catalog this year, remastered for Nintendo Switch, VGC was told. As VGC's network partner Eurogamer reported in a follow-up to our story, these remasters will include 1997's Super Mario 64, 2002's Super Mario Sunshine, and 2007's Super Mario Galaxy. Nintendo will also release several other Mario titles in 2020, including a new installment in the Paper Mario series and a deluxe version of 2013's Super Mario 3D World. The plans are set to be revealed alongside the new details of Nintendo's partnership with Universal and the pair's Super Nintendo World theme park attractions and an animated Super Mario movie. Nintendo has already unveiled one flagship licensing deal planned to commemorate the anniversary, a special interactive LEGO Mario set which sees players collecting coins and defeating enemies in real-life levels. The Super Mario 35th anniversary reveal was originally due to take place as a physical event in E3 in June. VGC was told, but Nintendo is now reviewing its plans in light of the ongoing pandemic. E3 2020 has been cancelled due to an outbreak, and Nintendo could instead opt for a digital showcase. Approached for comment on this story, Nintendo simply said it does not comment on rumor and speculation. Nintendo last celebrated a milestone Mario anniversary with its series' 30th anniversary in 2015. The company commemorated the occasion with various events and merchandise, including 2 special edition 8-bit Mario amiibo, and Super Mario was licensed for products from Hot Wheels, Moschino, trump cards, and more. That year's celebration culminated with the release of Super Mario Maker for Wii U in September 2015, exactly 13 years since Super Mario Bros.' original release for the Famicom in Japan. While its core business remains making and selling games, Nintendo has increasingly moved to leverage its popular IP in various ways in the recent years. The company's new Nintendo Tokyo store opened up in November of 2019, while the Super Nintendo World theme park land at Universal Studios Japan was scheduled to launch this summer. The company has also recently partnered with fashion brands such as Uniqlo and Levi's for Nintendo-themed clothing lines. Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa recently said that the company's efforts to broaden its audience by leveraging its IP outside of video games was bearing fruit, and Nintendo director Shigeru Miyamoto also touched on this topic in a Famitsu interview, saying, "We want to expand our video game characters to a variety of settings, not just in games, all while keeping their value," Miyamoto said. "In other words, we'll be collaborating with various other companies. If we're able to accomplish that, we can create more opportunities for people to make contact with our characters on a much larger scale than usual." And of course, now let's turn into that Eurogamer report that of course also talked about all of this, right? Sources: Nintendo Switch 2020 lineup dominated by Mario games old and new, and just says super, right? It's by Tom Phillips, who of course also tweeted this out, and everyone's going insane over all of that news. Nintendo Switch's first party lineup for the rest of 2020 will be dominated by Mario games, old and new, to coincide with the original Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. That's according to Eurogamer sources with knowledge of Nintendo's upcoming plans, who have corroborated a report posted by VGC. First, the report states Nintendo will release most of Super Mario's 35-year back catalog this year, remastered for Switch. There's no detail on which games this includes, but the article includes a banner image of Super Mario Galaxy, perhaps intended to suggest the Wii Classic as one of these games. Eurogamer sources have indicated that Mario Galaxy is indeed one of the games being readied for a remaster, alongside a couple of other 3D Mario favorites. Update: Gematsu has now confirmed that these are Super Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, which Eurogamer can corroborate. Many earlier Mario games are already available on Switch via the console's Switch Online NES and SNES apps. Second, the report states several other Mario titles will release in 2020, including a new Paper Mario. Eurogamer sources have confirmed a new Paper Mario is in the works, along with a deluxe version of Super Mario 3D World, which will include an array of new levels. This long-rumored Wii U port is one of a couple of first-party games from Nintendo's previous console, currently due for a new lease of life in 2020. When contacted for this story, of course, Nintendo gave Eurogamer its traditional response that it did not comment on rumor or speculation. And now let's turn it for the final round to Gematsu, saying the rumor: Super Mario back catalog and several other Mario titles coming to Switch in 2020. Super Mario to celebrate its 35th anniversary with a bang. Nintendo will celebrate the 35th anniversary of Super Mario in 2020 by re-releasing most of the series' back catalog and several other Mario titles for Switch, according to VGC and Eurogamer reports. According to the Eurogamer report, the back catalog titles include a deluxe version of Super Mario 3D World, which will add an array of new levels, plus remasters of Super Mario Galaxy and a couple of other 3D Mario favorites. Both reports claim a new entry in the Paper Mario series is also in the works. According to the VGC report, a Super Mario 35th anniversary event was originally planned to take place at E3 2020 in June, which is now cancelled, but Nintendo is now reviewing its plans in light of the ongoing pandemic. The event would have also revealed the new details regarding Nintendo's partnership with Universal, including the Super Nintendo World theme park attractions and animated Super Mario Bros. Movie. Gematsu has heard similar reports, specifically in regards to Super Mario 3D World Deluxe, a new Paper Mario title, and high-definition remasters of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. And of course, all of this news, we have to ask ourselves, what will this ultimately be? Will this be HD upscales of those games, and will they look amazing, and will we all be super happy, but playing, through Mario's entire, back catalog? Or will some of this be actually remastered, right? There's a big difference between a high-definition HD upgrade or like a big remaster. Will maybe stuff run on the Super Mario Odyssey engine? Will stuff be remade? Will we actually have new games? Or is this a very cheap attempt to just cash in on Super Mario's back catalog for the 35th anniversary, right? I mean, it sounds very simple to just re-release games like that and kind of upscale them a little bit. That doesn't seem like too much of trouble, and a lot of people actually want these games to return big time, right? Especially for Nintendo Switch, if we had a remaster, like a totally revamped version of these games, that would be incredible. There's also an idea that the Super Mario animated movie could have a brand new art style, and that art style will actually be reflected in the games. Now, the easiest solution here, the easiest answer seems to me to be that these are just HD upscales of those games, and we'll get 3D World Deluxe, and we get some sort of Paper Mario title. That's the big new game, right? That's a brand new thing. And other than that, it's just all going to be like ports, but upscaled to HD, which also could basically file under the the Switch Online service, which I think is very interesting, right? We have to talk about all these ideas and more in a later video to think about what Switch Online kind of means to this. So I was very curious if you guys have any thoughts on what this package will be. Are it just those three games, 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy? Are there other games coming? Is this like remastered stuff with some extra content? Or is this just going to be the base games and upscaled to HD? I'm very curious because there's definitely things that I want out of that. And I don't know if they'll like listen to my specific heart, but that's stuff that I really want. So of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, what will this Mario 35th anniversary set look like? And as for a previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our user Mike V, saying, imagine delaying your initially planned fighter just to become an introduction film that can't be made. I'm starting to doubt on Nintendo here. 2 fighters for 2021? Even with our current situation, developers are finishing up actual games. There's no excuse here. I don't know, maybe the player base as a whole won't be bothered by it, but to me, it sounds kind of weird to release the least amount of fighters during the game's middle life cycle. Very strange on Nintendo's part. Well, Mike V, I think that you have to see it in these terms. In a lot of areas in the world, there's being talk of, having everything shut down for at least like 6 months. I mean, we're not talking about weeks here. We're definitely talking about a half year or something like that. I mean, it's getting crazier out there, and video game companies, not everyone can work from home, especially with these need-to-know basis games that have very strict protocol that you just can't take home. These things are all on big hard drives in the office, and special keys and stuff like that, and as well as sometimes it's just not possible to have any rig at home that could make a game like that. So that's not possible. So I would say give them a little bit of time, give them a little bit of your love, because they are having a very hard time. And if we get fighters later than we were supposed to get them, then we will, and then it's going to be fine. I mean, it's still going to be great content. It's going to be a little later, but like everything in life right now, it's a little bit on hold, and we should all kind of be respectful towards that fact, right? So thank you so much for sending in your comments. These are always so much fun to read through, and of course a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats during our live streams. You guys make block content possible. So if you want to have yourself created in pixel art, join me for a live Skype session, or have your own ideas become animations, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all that news and fun you care about will be delivered daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya!